Hey guys, how's it going? So I guess I'm making a video because this past week and a half has been one of the most stressful and emotionally draining weeks of my entire life, and it's literally just been one event after the other, and it all has to do with gender. And I just wanted to, I guess, share these amazing events with you all. So I guess it all started about a week and a half ago. My ex-boyfriend is in town visiting, and I guess like a quick backstory. We dated for about 4 years, and we broke up in January. So we've been living apart for 8 months now, which is, I think, ironic because it's like, the gestation period of the birth of a new person, which is me, which is Shay, and the reason that we broke up was because what I said then was that I'm a lesbian and that I'm only sexually interested in women. So him being a biological male, I was like, this relationship is not working, even though we're in love, blah, blah, blah. It's very complicated. And it hasn't been until we broke up that I really was able, I guess, looking back, to be in a space to explore genders. So a lot of this is very new, and it's new to him, and it's the first time that he's seen me presenting this way. So, okay, so ironically enough, that day on Wednesday, I knew that he was going to be arriving the next few days, but that particular night, I was actually at a trans support group, and I was left feeling very strange, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go for a bike ride and drink some beer and be alone and think about things because I was in a really strange headspace. And I came home, and he was sleeping in my bed. And it's just been very stressful. I wasn't going to bring up gender, and then a few different events occurred. I took him to a drag show, and I got really drunk, and I came out to him, and basically what he said, more or less, was that he wasn't interested and didn't concern him, and he didn't really want to talk about it, and that was kind of it. And we haven't really talked about it since, and the only thing that's really gone on is just like weird, snide little comments that you could almost brush off, but just cut, and just proved to me over and over again that he's not thinking about it and that he just simply doesn't get it. The only one comment that's been made the entire week where he addressed my change appearance was when we were hitchhiking to come home to the town that we're both from, which is where I am now. He said, I just wish he didn't look so much like a boy because it would be easier to hitchhike. So that's kind of what my entire week has been like. And it has been so unbelievably stressful, especially when it's coming from a person that I love, that I know who still loves me a lot, and is also a person that I thought knew me better than most other people. And to just have him so clearly not see or ignore and not even be open to dialogue or discussion is very painful and isolating, and just yeah, it sucks when all I really want to be able to do is enjoy this time, and I can't even talk about why I'm upset and why I'm having trouble hanging out with him. Yeah, so now I'm home in my parents' house, and the night before last I was having insomnia as usual, and so I pulled out my old journal from last year, and I came across this drawing that I did last summer of what I would look like if I was a boy, and I stopped for about 5 whole minutes and just stared at it and realized that, holy fuck, I look a lot like that now. And then I started flipping back, and it was like gender, 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 and I was like, I thought about this so much, and I didn't even realize. So then I went down into the storage room, and I pulled out all of my old journals ranging back from when I was, 14, 13, 12, and I realized that I thought about gender a whole fucking lot. And the most, I guess, kind of pivotal thing was this drawing that I had done, and it was just this clown face kind of like staring off, really crappy drawing because I was about 13, and it said, I am one, I am neither he nor she, I am the most useful, worthless thing I can be. And so, needless to say, I didn't sleep very much or at all that night. And then the very next day, I was having supper with my family, and someone who is mutual friends with my parents was this woman that I'd kind of been sleeping with a bit last year, and had grown fairly emotionally attached to. And so just having her around and seeing her again and everything was all in itself like emotionally draining. And then my mom kind of like brushed my back and felt my binder and sort of whispered to me like, what is that? What are you wearing? And I was like, nothing, sports bra, whatever, and kind of brushed it off. And then as soon as everyone left, and I was already exhausted from not sleeping and stressed out and tired, and then my mom kind of, the instant the door closed, she's like, okay, what was that? What are you wearing? What's going on? And I froze, and I just couldn't answer any of her questions, and just kind of sat there with face in my hands. And it was one of the most horrible and excruciating experiences of my entire life. And she left, and then I went upstairs and started drinking, and pulled out my old journals and went downstairs and walked into my father's study and threw the picture that I'd done of the clown on his desk and just put it there. And I was like, I was 13. And he looked at it, and then he looked at me and he was like, are you surprised at yourself? And I was like, and he's just like, well, I'm not surprised. I've seen this coming for 10 years. And I broke. And I said, I feel like you're the only person who sees it. And I cried. And I never cry, which a lot of people say, but I can count on one hand the number of times that I've cried this year. And I've gone through a very emotionally draining breakup, and I've moved, and so much shit's going on, and this is the third time this year that I've cried. And I stayed up all night, and I talked with my dad, and it was really incredible. And I didn't really sleep again. And now today I'm here, and I'm in my parents' room, and I'm cleaning out my old closet. I don't know if you can see behind you, but my dad is a drag queen, and so since I've been gone, he's sort of taken over my closet, so it's filled with dresses and boas and wigs. And what that means is that there's not really any room for any of my clothes anymore, which is fine. But it means that I have to go through them and figure out what I'm keeping and what's staying here at my parents' house. So now my floor is like absolutely littered with clothes, and a lot of them are my old girl clothes, I guess, that I don't really wear anymore. And I'm at such a point where I'm like, do I throw them out? Do I take them with me? And I just honestly don't know. And it is the perfect way to end these past 2 weeks. I'm sorry for being so depressing. I just really wish that I could sleep. I just wish that I could turn my brain off for about 5 minutes and think about something that's not gender. Whatever. Alright. I'm gonna go. Bye.
Somebody do something, anything soon. I know I can't be the only whatever I am in the room. So why am I so lonely? Why am I so tired? I need backup, I need company.